Cathy Cress again, and I am back with my YouTube channel, Geriatric Care 1. And we are now, I think, on the 25th playlist. So you've been able to see me through a lot of changes. And today what we're going to cover is organizational design. And you can say, what's that mean and who cares? The important thing about organizational design when you're putting together a geriatric care management aging life operation is that you need to, even before you start, see the whole picture as opposed to just little parts. And you have to be able to look ahead, and an organizational chart gives you the ability to look ahead and find out when you have to hire people in the future, along with a financial projection, which there's a whole YouTube playlist here about that as well. So an organizational chart is kind of the framework for your, in a visual sense, for your aging life or geriatric care management business. And what it does is distinguishes where power is. And that's really more important because it's an organization. You have an organization, you have people working for you, and not only where the power is, because the power is really you, if you own the business, but how that power moves down, disperses into responsibilities. Like, what are the responsibilities of your geriatric care manager if, once you get enough cases that you need to have a second one, and how does what you want, power, move to that person? And you do it through organizational design, and it's just a little visual chart, because you want to understand how information flows through the organization and make sure that information flows in the best way, in the best rivers, so that your care manager does what you want them to, so that your administrative assistant does what she wants, what you want them to do, so that your marketing director does that. And if not, everybody's just doing the best they can, but it's not what you want, so power is not flowing in the right way. So step one, how do you do this? First thing you do is really think of, what is your job? I mean, you're the owner of the Geriatric Care Management Agency, Aging Life. What is your job description? You probably don't have one. Write it down. All the things that you do and when you do them. And that might be like, wow, I never thought about that. But you got to think about it, because eventually you want to replace yourself. And you want to be able to, be able to just, function and do marketing, or you want to be able to just supervise people. And right now you're doing everything. You're marketing, you're seeing clients, you're doing the billing, you're going crazy. You want to get that to go away. So you have to have a vision, and a vision is an organizational chart, and a method to your madness. How do you get that away? So start with your own job. Have an entire job description of what you do, and learn what your job is. And if someone replaced you, you'd have to have a job description, wouldn't you? If you died, we hope you won't, you would have to have a job description. If you sell your business, you would have to have a job description. All those are important, so you got to do it now, not later. And next, you want to figure out, what is the job of the care manager who's eventually going to, or does now, replace you, so that you can do the administration and the care management can be done, that's client services by somebody else. What would be their role? How would you transfer power? And again, this seems like, you're in a class. No, you're not. You're running a business. This is how businesses figure things out. So you want to do a job description for the care manager, and what you say, Cathy, I'm really busy right now. I can't do that. I'll do it when I have to. Excuse me, don't do that. What you want to do is preemptively figure it out way ahead of time, before you need the new care manager. So you want to think in the very beginning, when you're designing your business, what's your job? What would be the care manager's job? So you need a job description for them. And at that point, you know, there's a lot of other things you need to think of. But then you go to the next job. So right now, like I said, you're juggling a million things. Are you comfortable with marketing? And if you're comfortable with marketing, that's fine. But if you're not, figure out what is the job description for a marketing person. Most geriatric care managers or social workers and nurses, they never sold things. They feel uncomfortable. So, you know, in the event you need a marketing person or you really want one, do a marketing job description. And then you do need an administrative assistant. You've got to have one. You can't, you know, at the very most, you cannot be, you know, opening cases, doing the client casework, administrating, marketing. Why would you do all this? So you do need an administrative assistant, even if it's remote. And then, you know, that you've basically gotten the job descriptions and you're going to be able to do an organizational chart. But more important, you've seen the future. Because if it comes to the fact that you say, I'm quitting this job if I have to open one more case plus deliver the services, you've got an answer. You already have the job description. You already can recruit them. So I'll see you next time. Always go to my website, cathycress.com, and we will go on to number 2.